Welcome everybody to episode 209 of the effing title, and we're back for the second day in a row. This time, though, it's College Bowl week. It's starting, and I got Fedge and Rob with me again. Boys,
Yes, sir.
are you
We're
ready to talk
here.
about college football this time instead of pro football?
Go Army. Beat Navy.
Already called that one.
No, I called it first. You're done.
So these are all the bowl games that we have as of right now, and we're just going to go through and pick them. One of us knows a lot about college football. One of us knows a little about college football. One of us knows a little bit about college football. And one of us won the whole thing last year. So, with that being said...
It's the one who didn't know anything about college football.
I won it last year again.
Yes, you did. You won like 20. You had 24 right. Rob had like 20 right, and I had like 21 right, something like that.
Let's go.
So we're starting off with FCS to start it off with, though. We're going Albany versus South Dakota State. The Great Danes versus the Jackrabbits.
This is not a bowl game, Jeff. This is the Final Four of the FCS
Yes.
championship.
Albany all day. Great Danes.
Albany's playing real well. Their defense leads the league in turnovers, so it's definitely a good matchup for sure.
It is a good matchup. However, though, I'm going South Dakota. I'm going with the Jackrabbits, baby. SDS.
South Dakota State does have also the best offense.
They also are the
country,
Jackrabbits.
so it's going to be really, really interesting to see how it goes. Albany struggled against Idaho and needed a big turnover late, but South Dakota State struggled against Villanova in the fucking frozen tundra they were playing on. It's freaking snow all over the place. So I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to take UAlbany.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to change my pick. Rob's normally not very good at this. I'm just kidding. Great Danes. Only because that's where the Giants practice in the off season. So they might have a little, rub off there. So that's what we're going with.
Little rub.
Great Danes
rub.
for days.
A rub.
Little rub.
So now we're going Georgia Southern at 6-6 versus Ohio Bobcats at 9-3.
So I actually do know something about these guys, though.
Fourth, okay.
Can we just talk about this real quick, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into any more games, I was thinking about this because I knew we were doing this today. Do you guys think that the transfer portal, the way it currently is designed, hurts more small schools or more big schools?
Hurts big schools. It really doesn't have an impact on small schools because all the 2-star and 3-stars that go there, they're not getting the NIL deals from the big time schools. So the transfer portal itself, the only thing what it ends up helping them with is they end up getting a lot of those 5th-year grad students from the FCS level. Most of them don't end up going to play big time. Like an example is, not a great example because he's going to Minnesota, I think. But like the QB at Holy Cross who's transferring, like he was looking at all the MAC schools and all that stuff. Like, so the transfer portal helps them in that sense because they don't really lose their players.
So I'm saying more so, I guess, on that side of things, as far as the MAC teams losing players. Like Ohio, they're losing the majority of their offensive skill players through the transfer portal this year. So it's just like I feel like these teams aren't going to be able to get out of their own way.
Remember, just because they enter the transfer portal doesn't mean they have to leave. It just means they're not eligible to play.
You're right. Yes.
A lot of people enter the transfer portal and say it's because they want to go play and stuff like that. And they either end up transferring down, like a lot of MAC players actually end up transferring down to like FCS to be starters. It's very rare. I mean, I can't think of one where there was like I think I can only think of one from at Penn State, a dude that was a stud in like the MAC and ended up transferring to like Penn State and ended up playing there. Because a lot of those
what
kids,
about the
JUCO
level? Do you think this helps them because JUCO, a lot of people go there for, their 2 years and then transfer most of the time, get up their grades. But now because there's ability to transfer without really much penalty at all, do you think there's more likely some of these higher level people going to, or higher recruits, I should say, higher star recruits that are going to some of these lower level colleges where they can kind of focus on their grades still and then transfer out of there? Do you
But
think it affects JUCO at all?
JUCO's always gonna be alive because JUCO's there for people who didn't qualify. You know what I mean? It's not JUCO's not. It's not really there for people to go to a D1 school and then because they're not playing, go down to JUCO. It doesn't really happen.
I know. I'm just saying, as far as the transfer portal, because they're able to transfer, they would go to someone like a MAC team or a Holy Cross.
Where it hurts the JUCO is like if a player gets dismissed from a team, he can go find another home at a different school. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to when you were watching Last Chance U, they had those QBs that were bound. They got kicked off of Florida State or Clemson, and they were going down to JUCO to get their shit together, pretty much. But now they don't really have to do that. They can just transfer to any school because there's no penalty.
Gotcha.
Now remember, the transfer portal is going to get a rude awakening in the next. Not this season, because this is the last year of the COVID people. So this offseason is the last time where these kids are getting 6 years. So next year's transfer portal is going to be super interesting because you're not going to – all those kids that were in the COVID thing and had 6 years to play because everyone got the extra year, the transfer portal is not going to be 16,000 people anymor. It's going to be
Bo Nix, who's been playing since he was
exactly. You're not going to see these 25-year-olds in the transfer portal. Oh, I started for 5 years at Auburn, but I'm going to play my 6th year at fucking Oregon. You're not. That
ain't gonna happen no more.
Yeah. After this season, it doesn't exist anymore. So,
and there's going to be a couple people that will completely disregard and not even think about that as well.
Yeah, there are a lot of people the reason the one thing the transfer portal has helped out a lot with is the rise of 1AA, Division II, and Division III football.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of D1 programs aren't focusing, unless you're a no-brainer 5-star recruit. A lot of them aren't recruiting high school kids anymore. You know what I mean? Because they don't have the scholarship space to do it. So they're not really getting that many high school kids. So all these really good 4-star high schools are going 1AA. And now that means there are a lot of 2-stars and 3-star kids that are going to play D2 and D3 football because teams aren't recruiting high school kids anymore. So that's why you've seen D3 and D2s, all of a sudden the talent level and the bodies are astronomically different than what they've normally been. You're seeing these freak, who was it? Fucking Springfield College is a DN that's 6'6", 230. I'm you're a fucking specimen. Why are you playing Division III football?
You are a specimen.
It's because of this stuff. But yeah, long story short, I don't think JUCO is really seeing that much of an impact because of it. And I think the MAC, they see more than a 1AA does, but it's still not killing MAC schools. If anything, it's helping them because they're able to get these lower level. Because it used to be if you were a lower level player transferring up, you had to sit out a year.
Exactly.
Now you don't have to. So MAC schools are actually getting better because of it.
With that being said, I'm going Georgia Southern. I'm going with the upset.
Oh yeah, back to the game.
Ohio.
I'll go with Ohio just because MAC teams are usually pretty good in bowl games.
Don't lie. It's because you know how well I do in these things. So you want to live off my coattails. It's okay.
So now we go back. We go back, and it's the Heritage Bowl right now. We're going to go with the Howard Bisons at 6-5 versus Florida A&M Rattlers at 11-1.
Yeah, no question. Bison all day.
No question.
Yeah, so obviously this game is different than a normal bowl game. People will not be sitting out of this game.
Yes.
So I'm going with Florida A&M because their only loss was a 2-touchdown loss to South Florida this year.
Yeah, I'm
So I'm
going.
going to go with them.
I'm going FAMU too. Yeah, Rattlers.
Bison.
Rattlers. Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns versus the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Louisiana is 6-6. Jacksonville State is 8-4.
Jacksonville State's one of just like
JMU.
James Madison, where they actually got the NCAA granted them permission to play in a bowl game
Because there weren't enough teams.
before their inauguration period runs out because not enough teams won 6 games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, who are you going with, Jeff?
Me, I'm going with Raging Cajun.
I'm not joining Jeff for the first time here. I normally like the Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns. However, though, I want to see Jacksonville State and JMU just demolish to prove a point that these teams should be able to if they can. So I'm going Jacksonville State. If they can play in these games, I think they should be able to. It's that simple.
I'm going Jacksonville State too. Jacksonville State's—they're good.
So now we move on to the
Did I say the Raging
Cure.
Cajun aren't good?
We go on to the
Yes.
Cure Bowl. We have Appalachian State at 8-5 taking on Miami of Ohio at 11-2.
Miami of Ohio is good. They just beat Toledo to win the MAC. So I'm rolling with the MAC champs.
You're going with the Mo?
Miami of Ohio.
App State all day, baby. Let's go.
See,
Roll Tide.
I normally want to pick App. I like App State, but this year it doesn't feel like App State is playing like App State, so I'm going Mo. I'm going Miami of Ohio. And then we're going to go back to the FCS for a moment. We're going to go North Dakota State at 11-3 versus Montana at 12-1.
I'm going Montana. This is a down year for North Dakota State. Making it to the Final Four, down year.
I also like Montana.
I am also going to go with Montana. First across the board, we're all picking the same. So now we go to the New Mexico Bowl, where New Mexico State at 10-4 will be taking on Fresno State at 8-4.
I'm going for Fresno State just because it's not fair. New Mexico's playing in the New Mexico Bowl. Not fair.
That is. I like the logic.
It's a home game. Hey, first time New Mexico State's won 10 games in over 60 years.
That's wild.
Jerry Kill leading them in year 2 of the program. So I'm going to go with New Mexico State. Good football team. Fresno State's probably better, but I just like the story.
Until I was gonna go Fresno until Rob said that the head coach's last name is Kill, and I'm gonna go there. I like it.
You've never heard of Jerry? Jerry Kill was the guy who led Minnesota and then had like a heart attack or whatever, and then PJ Fleck got the job.
Oh shit! All right, yeah. Then never mind. Yeah, New Mexico State.
Yeah.
Also, like Fedge said, it's a home game. So now we are going to. Let me see if I can. The LA Bowl. This is Boise
Also
State.
unfair.
Yeah, Boise State at 8-5 versus UCLA at 7-5
You mean the
I heard
University
Boise
of
State's
California?
bringing their.
Yeah, UCLA.
The
Bringing
University
their
of
turf
California
with
in Los Angeles. Yeah, that home game.
We are going with Boise State. Roll blue tide.
I'm going with Chip Kelly, UCLA. Boise State's got they just named that interim as their new head coach, but
I hate to keep going with Rob. I'm gonna go UCLA just because of Chip, and this is potentially gonna be his last game at UCLA. So I want to see him go out with a bang. And wrapping up Saturday's games, the Independence Bowl. We have California Golden Bears at 6-6 taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders at 6-6.
this is the first really tough one.
No, it's not. Patrick Mahomes still quarterback, Texas Tech?
No, he's not.
Good, because it doesn't matter. Taj Brooks is running all over him. Go Texas Tech.
Hey Jeff, who's Taj Brooks?
He's running back.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Well, the only reason I know that is because he's top 5 rusher in the nation. So,
I'm
to be honest with you.
I'm going Texas Tech because Fedge knows something.
Yeah, the problem with that.
He's also
Colin,
returning. That's another reason I know it. Do you guys know that? One of the actual guys actually coming back. It's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I'm
What's
definitely
funny
going
is
Texas Tech.
Taj Brooks has more the same amount of rushing yards as their QB has passing yards.
Wow.
So
Yeah, my
Yeah.
point.
I'm also going with Texas Tech.
Red
Ooh.
Raiders.
Texas Tech across the board. All right, so now we're going to Monday to a bowl game that doesn't have a title to it. It is Western Kentucky Hilltoppers at 7-5 versus the Old Dominion Monarchs at 6-6.
It is. It's the famous Toastery Bowl.
Oh, yeah, see, on my screen here, it doesn't have a name, so I'm just going to say it doesn't have a name.
I will let you know. The famous Toastery Bowl.
Oh, yeah, yes, the famous Toastery Bowl, yes, of course, with all those great moments in the Toastery Bowl, yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I'll start it off. I have no idea who's going to win this game, so I'm just going to take Bailey Zappi's alma mater, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Agree. Old Dominion all day.
Agreed.
I'm going OD. I'm going Old Dominion too. Let's go Monarchs. Now we get the Frisco Bowl. UTSA Roadrunners at 8-4, taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd at 6-6.
Now, are they the young Thundering Herd? That's the question everyone's asking. Don't lie to me, because you all are. Is that a bad taste?
Yeah, that was a bad taste.
All right, fine. Give me a fucking Roadrunner. No one can catch a Roadrunner. Let's go.
I don't like that Colin's leaving out the sponsors for all the bowl games. This is the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking...
Because the sponsors make the bowl game.
Yeah, until they sponsor me, I don't give two fucks, Rob.
I'm going with but you can put this as a hashtag for the podcast. Every single sponsor.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not wasting hashtags on that.
The Texas San Antonio Roadrunners.
UTSA across the board. I'm also going with the Roadrunners. Now we're going to Thursday. It is the Boca Raton Bowl. South Florida Bulls, Syracuse Orange, all 6-6.
I love him.
I hate him.
Roofclaim.com.
I didn't hear what you said, so can you repeat what you're saying?
Yes, I will. South Florida versus Syracuse. They are both 6-6.
Yes, so Syracuse. Dino Babers no longer exists. Gone.
That's a fact.
I'm going Cuse as well.
I do know that. Roll orange. That's a legit thing. You can roll an orange.
You can roll it, aren't you? I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm going with Cuse as well. They might lose it just because I don't know how involved the new head coach is going to be with completely overhauling their defensive scheme, going from a stack to what Georgia runs. So, seeing as he's Georgia's former DC, but yeah, I'm going to go with Cuse.
All right. The Gasparilla Bowl.
Union Home Mortgage.
Georgia Tech at 6-6. UCF at 6-6.
These teams are bad.
So normally I wouldn't give two fucks. I would pick Georgia Tech. But Georgia Tech doesn't run what Georgia Tech normally runs. Therefore, I'm going with the reigning, defending, undisputed championship team of like 5 years ago, UCF.
Yeah.
I'm also going UCF.
I'm going to go with Georgia Tech because they've been playing better lately. They almost upset Georgia, so I'm going to go with them.
Okay. Wrong, but okay. Going to the Saturday stretch now here. We're gonna kick this off with the Birmingham Bowl.
76 Birmingham Bowl.
Troy 11-2 versus Duke 7-5.
Duke just lost their head coach and their quarterback who entered the transfer portal, so I'm going to pick Troy.
Troy, all day Troy.
I'm also picking Troy. Some of these ones I like with people leaving and stuff, and just seeing these teams that are like 11-2. They've been playing their asses off. Now they get to play a good team that's hurting a little bit. Let's see some upsets here. The Las Vegas Bowl. No, the Las Vegas Bowl. Sorry, wrong one. The Camellia Bowl.
No sponsor, just the Camellia Bowl.
See this? You see this, Jeff? I give him the chance to say things, and then he's just like, "No, there isn't one for this one." See this? See what I got to deal with? Arkansas State,
See
Northern
what you have to deal with.
Illinois. They're both 6-6.
Arkansas State all day.
All right.
Nothing like a fake Razorback.
Well, they're the Red
Give me
Wings.
the Huskies.
So, yeah, I'm going with the Huskies too. Go with the Huskies too. All right. So now we are on to the Armed Forces Bowl.
James Madison, baby, let's go.
JMU at 11-1 versus Air Force 8-4.
Hey, shout out JT, the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl.
I don't think he works there anymore.
Oh,
What do you say?
he doesn't think he works there anymore.
Really?
I could be wrong, but
When?
I don't know. I'm told not to talk about stuff like that sometimes. So, anyways, I'm going JMU as well. Let the boys play.
This sucks because I love both these teams.
Oh, I
And-
like Air Force.
James Madison, I want them to win so bad, but
I was gonna say you've been a homer for Air Force for about since week 3.
The triple option is a bitch, especially when you haven't played it all season long. I know they get 2 weeks to prepare for it, but fuck them. I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
I would say it is going to be interesting as well because James Madison also lost their coach. Correct? Is he like out or is he coaching this one still?
Yes, James Madison, their head coach, is out. He is going to Indiana. Insert Holy Cross head coach Bobby Chesney as the new head coach of James Madison. So James Madison's gonna stay good for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So no need to worry there.
The actually famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it is.
famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Utah State, Georgia State, both 6-6.
Yeah, who the fuck knows with this one?
This one's going to be
I'm gonna go with the Aggies.
Oh, okay. You're going UT, all right, or US, all right.
I also just say the mascots to see what you and Jeff actually know sometimes.
I'm literally looking at the page that has all the freaking mascots on it, Rob.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Indubitably.
baby.
I'm gonna go Aggies as well. I'm not gonna lie, don't know enough about Georgia State. So
Same. I don't know enough about them.
I just
I don't know
don't.
anything about any of these teams. So Utah State, baby.
So now we are moving on to this one has no name on my screen. So South Alabama versus Eastern Michigan, both of which are 6-6. And this one hurts because I like South Alabama's
68 Venture Bowl. I'm gonna go with USA.
USA.
Yeah. Can't go against America, you know?
That's fair. Whoa. why did I do
Eastern
that?
Michigan.
So here's my
Go
thing: is
Big
like,
blue.
so normally they're not blue, Jeff.
They're green as shit.
Normally
Michigan,
in old
blue and
school.
yellow.
In old school NCAA 14, I used to do Eastern Michigan all the time because they were one of the first teams, one of the first bad teams that had multiple uniform combos. But I do like South Alabama though.
I love uniform combos. I agree.
Like literally, that was the biggest thing. Is like I think they had gray, white, green for all three for helmet, jersey, and pants. So you could literally combo anything. So I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna go EM. So now we're on to the Las Vegas Bowl.
The SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl.
It is the
Yeah,
Utah.
Northwesterns all day.
I was gonna say Utah at 8-4, Northwestern at 7-5. Fedge is going Northwestern.
Can we talk about how kudos to Northwestern for all the shit they went through right before the season started with all that fucking hazing
I
scandal?
agree, all
Yes.
that shit.
And they finished the season they beat Maryland, lost by 3 to Iowa, beat Wisconsin, beat Purdue, and beat Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Northwestern is hot right now. I'm going to pick Northwestern to upset the Utes, who are struggling but have played a way harder conference.
I am going with Utah. Go Utes. All right, we got the Hawaii Bowl.
The Easy Post Hawaii Bowl.
And this is the Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, Coast Carolina. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, you're gonna say the other team?
I was waiting to see if you would say their name, Mister. I'm testing you guys now. I try to test you, and you just don't say anything.
Coastal Carolina.
San Jose State.
Chanticleers.
Thank you, Fedge. Versus San Jose State.
Trojans.
Probably the Sharks of San Jose.
No.
Actually, maybe they're the Aztecs.
No.
Not sure. Spartans.
No,
yes.
that's the Aztecs are the
San Diego State.
Yeah, San Diego State.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going Coastal. I'm going Coastal here. I like Coastal. I like Coastal. All right.
I'm going with the team that won't have jet lag. I'm going with the team that's travel is 3 hours, not the team that's traveling 24. So I'm going to go with San Jose State.
There's no way it's 24 hours.
I don't know. Let's see.
Well, all I'm saying is for Coastal Carolina to get to San Jose State, it's probably 3 hours.
Also, they're probably not making that trip the night before the game. Like,
Oh, no. They have a whole week of it, but still.
exactly. Oh my God.
14 hours
We have
For who?
for Coastal Carolina to get to Hawaii.
Okay, and what does it take for San Jose State?
How far?
Probably still 8 hours, dude. Like,
There's no time difference. That's the important thing.
oh, okay. That's
yes, because that week long period in Hawaii, you know, that's gonna.
4 hours and 43 minutes.
All right, we have the Quick Lane Bowl.
Yep. Go Minnesota Gophers.
Minnesota 5-7. Bowling Green is 7-5.
The Golden Gophers.
Weren't we just shitting on PJ Fleck?
No.
No,
You
we
were.
were just saying about how like
I don't shit on anyone.
I was
But
saying
Minnesota
how he took
lost their
over.
starting quarterback. It's over. Bowling Green. Green balls for days.
The Golden Gophers.
I'm going Minnesota. Yeah, I'm going Minnesota. I like PJ Fleck. The First Responder Bowl.
The Serve Pro First Responder Bowl.
Texas State 7-5. Rice is 6-6.
Going with the Bobcats.
I am also going to go with the Bobcats. I like the Bobcats. I like what they do. What they be
I don't
doing.
even know who the Bobcats are, but I do like me some Rice.
All right, so
So
You're going with the
Rice it
Owls.
is.
you're going with the Owls. Who?
Who?
The Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
I hate when
Jayhawks all day.
I hate when he doesn't have another thing to say now that I'm giving him time to say something and they just like
No, that's the sponsor. The Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
I'm gonna fight
Guaranteed
him.
Rate is the sponsor.
I'm gonna fight him. Kansas at 8-4, UNLV at 9-4.
Kansas has lost their OC. He left to go
Kansas
be
Jayhawks.
the OC. He went to go be the OC at Penn State,
I'm
which probably means a bunch of their offensive players are also transferring.
I'm going Kansas.
I'm picking the UNLV Rebels.
You're high.
I also like their offense. The go-go offense.
You're high. Okay, so now we are going to the Military Bowl.
Presented by GoBowling.com.
And it is Virginia Tech at 6-6 versus Tulane at 11-2.
Tulane!
Yes,
The Green
Tulane.
Wave?
Yes,
The green fucking wave.
it's Tulane. I love Virginia Tech, but I love old Virginia Tech.
Yeah, back when Bruce Smith was there. I agree.
I was gonna say back when frickin' when it was Beamer Ball.
When Michael Vick was there, I agree.
Yeah, Beamer Ball.
Big fan of Marcus Vick. He
Oh,
stepped on
yeah.
his head once.
Marcus Vick, Tyrod Taylor, Logan Thomas, Xavier DB.
Kobe
Yeah.
Dean.
Fetch, who are you going with?
Not Virginia Tech.
All right, good. All right, Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Real weird that North Carolina is playing in the Duke Bowl.
It's North Carolina versus West Virginia. Both teams are 8-4.
Yeah,
Go
there's
UNC,
there's no
basketball
way,
season, baby.
there's no way Drake May is going to be playing, right?
I'm going UNC with the opinion that he is going to play.
Possible number 1 pick made to skip bowl, enter draft. I am taking West Virginia.
Fair. All right, for the first time picking right now, we have the Holiday Bowl.
DirecTV.
It is the USC Trojans of 7-5 versus the number 15 Louisville at a 10-3.
Is
Louisville's
this
defense
Lamar
is good.
versus
Reggie.
Sanchez or no? Lamar versus
Louisville's
Reinhardt?
defense is good. I'm going to pick Louisville. 'cause
I don't know why you're ignoring my questions. I need to know if these quarterbacks are still starting or if they entered the NFL.
You know they're fucking not.
All right, go Louisville.
USC's playing a backup QB. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm going Louisville. Even I'm not gonna lie. Even if fucking Caleb Williams was starting, I'm still going Louisville. Moving on to the Texas Bowl.
the Tax Act.
We have We have the Texas A&M Aggies at 7-5 versus the number 20 Oklahoma State at 9-4.
A&M new head coach Mike Elko from Duke. They're going to be good in a couple years. They ain't
Barry
good right
Sanders.
now. I'm a man. I'm 40.
OSU.
Go Cowboys, except for this weekend when they play the Bills.
You heard it here. He's rooting for the Cowboys against the Bills.
The Fenway Bowl,
The Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
and it is Boston College at 6-6 taking on number 24 SMU at 11-2. I'm going emphatically SMU.
BC's gonna be good if their true freshman QB stays for multiple years, because he's pretty good, but they suck as a team right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm emphatically going SMU as well.
I watched SMU play,
BC
and I
all
liked it.
day.
I like-
AJ Dillon's gonna run all over him in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
Um,
Home
So
game.
you know, wait, hey, did you pick Virginia Tech, Jeff?
No,
Oh, BC lost to them by 26 points.
that's good.
Um,
Virginia Tech's losing too.
the Pinstripe Bowl.
The Bad
In
Boy
New
Mowers.
York.
Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
It is the Rutgers at
Rutgers
6-6,
got this.
Miami at 7-5.
Rutgers might be the best 6-6 team in the country.
Factual.
Miami doesn't know how to play in cold weather.
I feel like this is
Probably-
just this is
Probably
a,
true.
this is a clean sweep,
For real.
clean sweep for Rutgers. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Rutgers is going to be so happy that they're not playing the juggernaut that they finished the season with.
Yeah.
They played number 1 Ohio State, 22 Iowa, 12 Penn State, and 25 Maryland. So yeah,
who's
they're
gonna
very
help them in
happy
this
they're
game?
not playing a ranked team.
For some reason, I didn't have the numbers written down here, so give me a second for this one.
What numbers do you want them?
No, I have it right here. I literally just for some reason I didn't have them written in.
Brand new bowl,
Oh, I don't have the bowl name, so you're gonna have to give that one.
the Pop Tarts Bowl.
Oh my god! All right, the Pop
That's
Tarts.
why we don't have enough teams to qualify for these things, because you keep adding new bowls every year.
The winner
That's the
gets
problem.
to eat Pop Tarts. You're not listening, Jeff.
Number
The winner gets
25.
Pop-Tarts.
Number 25, Kansas State at 8-4 versus number 18, North Carolina State at 9-3.
Yeah.
This-
Kansas State's really good, but NC State's better.
I was gonna say this is actually. I feel like this is actually gonna be a good one.
I'm going with the Wolfpack.
Oh, the Wolfpack. Bum bum ba da
Kansas
da.
State, baby.
I'm joining Fedge. I'm going KS. I think Kansas State. Kansas State.
Good. Could be.
So now moving on to the Alamo Bowl.
Valero Alamo Bowl.
It is the 10-2 Oklahoma and number 12 taking on number 14 Arizona at 9-3.
Wildcats?
Arizona's one of those teams that no one's talking about that is really good. They lost. Their 3 losses are to Mississippi State week 2 by 7 points, They lost to number 7 Washington by 7 points, and they lost at number 9 USC by 2 points.
So
They've won all their other games decisively against 19 Washington State, 11 Oregon State, 19 UCLA, 22 Utah. Like, Jed Fish has got them rolling. So I'm going
Rawr.
Arizona.
Arizona
Big
across the
time.
board. I like it.
Big time.
All right, now we're starting to get towards the end now. Starting to get towards the
In
end.
the end.
All right, we got number 22 Clemson at 8-4, taking on Kentucky at 7-5.
You know what they call the Kentucky Wildcats?
The Wildcats.
The ranked team killer.
This is also the Gator Bowl, by the way.
Clemson's just not that good.
The
this year,
Tax
though.
Slayer Gator Bowl.
I'm gonna go Kentucky. I like the Kentuckies.
What was the name of the bowl game again, Rob?
Tax Slayer Gator Bowl.
Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Kentucky's a 25 killer. I'm going Kentucky as well, Fedge.
Yep. Kentucky.
Okay, we got the Sun Bowl.
Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
That doesn't make any sense. I hate it.
I do like Tony.
I like Tony, but I hate that. Number
Do they
16.
get to eat Frosted Flakes after?
Oh God, I hope so. If so, I
They
want that
should.
job.
I hope so. You were putting so much emphasis on the Pop-Tarts. I want Frosted Flakes.
Yes, agreed.
With milk.
We have number 16 Notre Dame at 9-3 versus number 19 Oregon State 8-4. I'm going Oregon State. I'm gonna fuck that everyone knows.
Oregon State's lost their head coach and their quarterback.
Don't care.
Is transferred.
Oregon
I know you
State.
hate Notre Dame.
I
but
hate
I'm
Notre Dame.
I am picking Notre Dame.
Notre Dame, baby.
Hate him.
Roll Tide.
Liberty Bowl.
Liberty Bibbity. The AutoZone Liberty Bowl.
Memphis at 9-3. Iowa State at 7-5.
This one's weird because I don't think either of these teams are very good, but
I want the
I'm just
Cyclones.
gonna go
The
with Iowa
Cyclones.
State, even though the game's in Memphis, like at Memphis' stadium too. It's literally.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even more. Iowa State. Let's go.
I'm gonna go Memphis. Simply, just they're the better team, record-wise. Not even gonna. Okay, so now we have the Cotton Bowl.
The Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic.
The number 7 Ohio State 11-1 taking on number 9 Missouri at 10-2. And I'm gonna go for. I want Missouri. I'm taking Missouri, and as I told Rob, I now want Missouri to wear their Block M helmets, so it looks like they're playing Michigan again.
That is probably the coolest thing I've ever heard. And I agree. Let's go Missouri.
I agree. It's going to be Missouri, especially with Ohio State playing a backup QB and probably a bunch of backup wide receivers.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Missouri.
Is Harrison
Missouri,
playing?
huh?
Harrison playing? Did he ever decide?
There's been no decision on if he's declaring for the draft or not yet.
That's what I'm saying. So that's just an interesting one.
Seeing as somebody offered him $25 million to stay at Ohio State.
Yeah. He's probably.
I would probably stay.
Big mulling that one over right now. We got the Peach Bowl.
The Peach Bowl?
The Peach Bowl.
Are you talking about the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. We got number 10 Penn State at 10-2 taking on number 11 Ole Miss at 10-2.
Ole Miss.
I'm joining Fedge. I'm going Ole Miss.
I'm going to go with...
I think Penn State's frauds.
Their defense isn't, but their offense is a bunch of frauds. That's for damn sure. I'm going to go with... yeah. I'm going to go with Penn State. I'm kidding. Ole Miss all day.
Wait for me to freaking write it in. The Music City Bowl. All right. Auburn is 6-6. Maryland is 7-5.
Trans Perfect Music City Miracle Bowl.
Thank you, Fedge. I'm going Maryland.
I am going Auburn. I like.
I'm
Cam
going with
Newton-led
Tua's
team.
brother, Maryland.
Hopefully, he doesn't play like his brother and take a sack on 4th down.
No, he's much
Dumbass.
worse than Tua. But
Much worse. All right, so now we have, which I think is going to be the most fun, one of the most fun bowls to watch, the Orange Bowl.
Capital One.
Number 5, Florida State, undefeated, taking on number 6, Georgia at 12-1. I am emphatically going Georgia, and I'm emphatically saying Georgia is putting up at least 21 plus points over Florida State.
I like that.
I actually don't think. I think Florida State's defense is legit. The problem is their offense is fucking horrible without their fucking quarterback. Maybe their backup will be able to do something. I don't know, but it's it'll be interesting to say the least.
I'm tired of all the they deserve it. No, they don't. Georgia's gonna fucking make a statement.
Oh no,
there.
I hope to God Georgia just fucking waxes them so that can be the end of that. But I won't be surprised if Florida State makes it close because their defense is good. Even though if they lose to Georgia, they don't deserve to be in because Bama beat Georgia.
So, Fetch, are you gonna go with?
I'm going Georgia.
All right, I was gonna say you're gonna go with James. I was gonna say Jameis or Aaron Murray. Which one are you gonna go with? The Arizona Bowl.
I like me some Jameis though. That is a good question.
The Arizona Bowl, and we have Toledo.
I'm gonna go with John
Barstool
Stetman.
Sports Arizona Bowl.
Toledo at 11-2, Wyoming at 8-4.
Josh Allen still playing QB?
Yes.
This is Wyoming. Head coach, former North Dakota State head coach, Craig Bowles' last game as a football coach. He's retiring. Yeah, he's retiring.
Wyoming.
So I'm going with Wyoming strictly for that. They're going to play for him, even though Toledo is much better.
Veg?
Oh, Wyoming.
Oh, boom. All right. All right, so now moving on to the final couple games here. We only got a couple left now. We have, let's see here. This is going to be, where are you? The ReliaQuest Bowl.
I'm so sorry.
ReliaQuest Bowl. All right, it is number 13 LSU at 9-3, taking on Wisconsin at 7-5.
But is Jaden Daniels playing? That's all I need to know.
I don't think he is.
All right. I still am going to go with LSU.
I'm going LSU.
I'm going to go Wisconsin.
Wow.
I like what Luke Fickle's done since he's gone there.
I just don't think it's enough. Speaking of enough, we have the Citrus Bowl.
Yeah, we do.
It is number 17 Iowa at 10-3 versus number 21 Tennessee at 8-4. I'm going Iowa.
Dude, you've seen that offense.
I've seen the offense, Rob. I don't need to look at the offense. I just need to look at the specials and the defense.
Fucking shot. Tennessee's winning. Iowa's offense is so fucking bad.
Nope, don't matter. Iowa's defense and specials are better than Tennessee.
All the credit to Iowa for fucking being ranked in the top 25 with an offense that scores less than 10 points. Like, hey, Patriots, take a look. This is how you win games, not scoring 10 points. All right? Take a picture.
No, I'm going Iowa. All day, baby. Punts for punts on punts. I want him breaking the records.
I also like Iowa.
Let's go!
Give me some defense.
Speaking of teams that might need some defense, we're going to have the Fiesta Bowl up next.
Oregon all day. Let's go.
The Verbo.
Oregon is the number 8 team at 11-2, taking on Liberty, 23 seed at 13-0.
Liberty.
Undefeated Liberty.
Wow.
With first-year head coach Jamie Chadwell, who came over from Coastal Carolina, and the shotgun triple option is going to fucking upset Oregon and their fucking JV team that's going to be playing.
I'm going Liberty because I genuinely feel like there will be a lot of people from Oregon not playing. So, all right, now we're getting down to it. Now we're getting to the important...
The Liberty fucking Flames.
The Rose.
Liberty
Oh,
Bibbity.
it is Rose Bowl time. It is Rose Bowl time. Number 1 seeded Michigan at 13-0, taking on the number 4 seed Alabama
Has a
Crimson
4 seed
Tide
ever beat a
at
number
12-1.
one since they've done this?
Yes, Ohio State beat. They beat whatchamacallit one year. Alabama, the year they had
Really?
Zeke. Yeah.
Football is 90% mental and 3% physical. So we're gonna go Alabama because even they didn't want to play them.
Yeah. When Michigan's celebration showed up on the screen where
They gave all of their mental edge right to Alabama.
yeah, it was
Anything that they did have, gone.
I'm
was
going
rough.
Michigan. I think that was a giant smokescreen. I think they did it on purpose to get inside their head.
Reverse.
Exactly.
We're gonna
I
fake the
don't
reverse.
like it.
And now we have the Sugar Bowl.
I didn't even pick who I was doing.
Well,
thought you
you're
were
an
going-
Alabama fan, and you just talked about
Yes.
Alabama. Like,
I am taking Bama. Yes, that is correct.
Texas baby all day.
Sugar Bowl.
It is gonna be Texas.
I'm
Texas is disgusting. I like Washington, but Texas is fucking disgusting.
going Texas. I mean, no, not Texas. Sorry, I'm going Washington. I'm going with the boy. I'm going with Penix. I'm going with him and his fun. I do think this will be either an interesting game or this will be a fucking blowout. So now,
Alabama hosts the national championship.
not
all
yet.
over.
We're not yet there. We got to go to.
No, we're there.
We got to go to the. We got to go to the FCF's championship game now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it is for you two. It is Albany versus Montana, and for me, it is South Dakota State versus Montana.
Montana.
I am also joining and going Montana.
Montana.
Montana
Let's go.
across the board.
If Albany can actually get there and actually, then Montana should wipe them. But we'll see if they actually can get there.
All right, so now the big one. It is now Alabama, Texas, Michigan, Washington.
Alabama rematch. Alabama takes it. And as I've been saying all day, roll Tide.
I want Bama to beat Texas strictly so all the people that say, "Oh, Texas has to beat them because they beat them earlier in the year," it doesn't fucking matter. When are people gonna learn that you just have to fucking hold court and make sure you only have one loss at the end of the season and be playing your best football? That's all
Unless your
college
name's
football
Georgia.
is. Unless your name, they didn't play their best football at the end of the year. They lost the game. You have to lose early in the year. That's how college football works. If you're gonna lose, it's got to be in the
If
first.
you're
lost-
gonna
because
lose,
they
it's
lost
gotta
that
be
early.
earlier in the year.
It's got to be the first 3 games. That's why LSU had an outside chance if they could have beat Alabama because they lost in week 1 to Florida State. If you lose early, you got a chance. Next year, things will change. We'll see because we're going to start seeing some 2 and 3 loss teams make it with the expansion, so that will be cool. But I think Bama's going to take it this
Is
year.
it really
Bama's-
gonna be cool though?
Well, people are just going to now be bitching over who should be the 14 seed, which
Yeah.
honestly, who cares at that point? We really think the 14 seed's going to make it?
I'm going Washington. That's what I think.
You really think Penix is going to do it, huh?
I think Penix is going to do it. I think that they're going to play their best football. They've got plenty of time off. I think that they just, I don't know. I like Penix. I like what they're doing. I think all 4 of these teams, that's the thing. I think all 4 of them could win. This is one of the first
Yeah,
years where all 4 teams I feel like genuinely could win, no matter what the matchup is.
This is the most balanced it's ever been,
Yes.
for sure.
So I'm just excited because it's going to be good football across the board, I think. But that's what we think. What do you guys think? That is the biggest question now. What do you guys think? Let us know down in the comments down below. Are we going to do any sort of lock or bold prediction or
Bold prediction: Jeff wins again.
Rob?
That is a bold one. That is a bold one.
Yeah, with some of these picks that I made today, it is a bold one. I'm trying to give you guys a chance because if I keep winning, you guys won't want to come back every year, and I just want you to come back. So
I think one of the games is gonna be 13 points or less.
Yeah, the Iowa game.
Like
The Iowa.
the entire not like one team, the entire game itself.
yes, Iowa.
The Iowa game. It's going to be 7-6.
That's what I'm going with. That's my bold one.
I love it.
My bold prediction is one first round quarterback is going to actually play in their bowl game.
Jaden Daniels.
All right, there we
No,
go.
am I wrong? He's like the only one that would play. Who else you got for first round quarterbacks that actually could play?
Drake May, Penix, Bo Nix, Williams.
Yeah. You think all of them are going? Caleb Williams isn't playing.
Oh yeah, I'm just listing off QBs that I've seen have been like potential first rounders, like that sort of thing. But
I mean, a lot of people are saying Sam Hart. Depends how many teams want QBs, but Sam Hartman from Notre Dame could sneak into the first round. They're saying too.
yes, there we go. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Who your national championship matchup is? Who is your guys' team for college football? And yeah, hopefully everyone has a great time watching some good college football. Right, and as always, depending on where you are, morning, afternoon, even night, stay trouble, stay safe, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye, bitches.